Hello amazing leaders, and welcome to day 43 of the amazing 90-day challenge. Today's topic is life's not fair. So how many times have you heard that phrase? When was the last time that you heard it? It's something often that we hear as children, but maybe as adults we don't hear it as much. But I'm betting that you either said it recently or that you have heard it recently, whether it was mentioned to you or to somebody else. See, the difference is that amazing leaders don't go through life thinking that people owe them something. The truth is that no one owes you anything, and life simply is not fair in that way. It doesn't work that way. You don't do something and then automatically get something back exactly the same way that you gave it, or with your intentions of how you gave it to somebody else or gave something to someone. So if you think anything else, then you're really setting yourself up to fail. And the mindset that you're going to create around thinking that life is fair and that this will happen if that happens is only going to make you angry. You're going to blame others. You're going to maybe feel the victim, in that situation as well, because the balance isn't equal. So how do we accept this and rise above it? I've got 4 ways to help you to be able to appreciate this more, so that this lesson we really learn, and maybe we learn it once and for all, so that we don't have to keep going back to this stage of life's not fair. And if we do find ourselves going back, then you can remember these 4 different steps to be able to help you improve your thinking, improve your mindset, so that you're not angry and blaming others and feeling the victim, but you're thinking and you're having the mindset of an amazing leader that will accept it and move on with their life quickly. So the first one there, I've just mentioned it, is be willing to accept change and adopt it quickly. The reality is that life is constantly changing. And if we don't think that's true, then just think back over the past week, month, 6 months, year or so, and think how many things have changed in your life. Maybe even the last hour. Change is always around us. Sometimes change is for the good, and sometimes it feels like it's not for the good, especially in the present moment. But often we will then come to realise later on that had we not accepted that change quickly, then it would have maybe led us down a different path which wouldn't have been as good for us. So the first step, be willing to accept change first and foremost. That's inevitable, so you've just got to get used to that, and adopt it quickly. Now, some people resist change for ages, almost their entire life, and then they will accept it when it's almost too late. So don't be that type of person. Accept change once you realise that it's the right thing to do and you've made some calculations in your head or on paper or whatever else you need to do, then adopt it quickly. That way then you can then realise that life's not fair, you understand that, you've got to make some changes and you're going to do whatever it needs to be done in a quick fashion. Okay, number 2, the second point is that you have a choice. You can make things happen to improve the situation that you're in. Every single thing that comes upon us that is not fair or seems not fair, we can choose how we process that, how we accept it, what we do about it, how we change things quickly. And it's your choice. You've got to choose to make things happen. And again, try and make things happen quickly to improve the situation. Don't wallow in the self-pity of life's not fair for too long. It doesn't help you. It can be okay for a little while, but not for a long period of time. So have that choice about how you can make things happen to improve the situation around you. A few days ago we spoke about Tim Peake, the astronaut, who said for every problem they come up with 4 solutions at NASA. So what are the 4 solutions, the 4 choices that you can come up with for a problem that you think is unfair or unjust upon you as well? That way you'll get a lot broader idea and understanding to be able to tackle those situations. Number 3 is it will require hard work to make things good again. And there's no 2 ways around that. If something's happened that you feel is unfair on you, you're going to have to work harder to improve that situation so that it becomes good for you and the other people involved, or your organisation or your family or whatever it is. When you've got that situation going around in your head that life's unfair, you know you've got to work hard to improve that situation for everybody involved, especially yourself as well. So don't be afraid of hard work. As amazing leaders, we're not afraid of hard work. We know that we have to do that. And I love the old quote that the harder I work, the luckier I get. And it's so true. We don't really believe in luck that much. We believe in hard work producing the results that lead to what others perceive as luck. But actually, it's because of the things that we're doing every single day to improve ourselves, to make changes quickly, to make things happen. You've got to do stuff. You've got to action things. And that requires hard work. It requires mental hard work to be able to think about what you've got to do. And then it sometimes requires physical hard work of actually going and doing those things as well. And point number four is when things are difficult, keep going. It's so important that you don't stop doing the amazing things that you are doing, because you'll look back in time and be grateful for the lessons that you've learned during these hard times. But often there's a point in some difficult situations where you feel like giving up. And it's at that point that the end is nearly there. You're so close. It's got to a point where you've never reached before. You've never got to this stage of it being difficult or being unfair. You've never got to the stage of working as hard as you have before. And you're so close to that breakthrough moment. And the only way I know that is because of the multiple times that I've done that and pushed through, and then the few times that I haven't pushed through and then realise I've got to go back and do it all over again to push through and keep going another time as well. So when things are difficult, keep going. Now, whatever you need to do with that, whether that's a post-it note on your bathroom mirror so that you see it during the day, or whether it's a reminder you set on your phone that keeps reminding you throughout the day to keep going when things are difficult. Maybe it's other people around you, maybe it's how you start a meeting, maybe it's how you start your day, just to keep reminding yourself that you've got to keep going. One step in front of the other helps you keep going forward. Now, some of you will know that this amazing 90-day challenge of recording 90 podcasts in 90 days is just one of the 3 amazing 90-day challenges that I've got going on. Another one is a family 90-day challenge that we're doing, which is fantastic. And then the other one as well, the third one I'm doing, is a health and fitness 90-day challenge. And part of that is to be able to run do a 5k run, and I've done the Couch to 5k program, and I'm in week 8. But this morning, when I did my run this morning, I actually managed to run 5k in just over 28 minutes. So I've achieved and exceeded that goal that I set for myself during the 90-day challenge. Now, it doesn't stop. The continuation of that is to keep running that 3 times a week, to do 5k in under 30 minutes. But I'm really pleased today was the first day that I did it. And that was hard work. That wasn't easy. 8 weeks ago, I was just doing short runs and longer walks, and it builds up over time to be able to get to the stage where this morning it all clicked together, and it was the first sub 35k I've done in a very long time. But it was hard work, but I had to keep going and reminding myself that that's what you have to do if you want to get to your goals and exceed them. Yes, it would have been easier to stay in bed and not get up and go out for a run, but that wasn't my goal. That wasn't what I wanted to do. And I kept going, I kept pushing through, and especially at the hard moments when you've not gone that distance before or run that long before, that's when you've got to keep pushing through. That's just one metaphor that I can share with you. That's an easy one, but whether it's finances or whether it's spirituality or whether it's a family situation, whatever it might be, where are you in that process? Are you feeling that life's not fair on you? Have you got to be reminded just to keep going? And maybe today I'm the reminder for you just to keep going. You're so close. Hang in there. Don't quit now. You'll look back in 6 months' time and think, I can't believe I got so close to stopping doing what I was doing. It was crazy. Now I've learned so much by keeping going and breaking through that glass ceiling so that I can then go to the next level of whatever it might be. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's encouraging for you today. If you missed yesterday's, there wasn't a video, but I didn't stop. I carried on with my 90-day challenge, and it's on the podcast. So look up Amazing Leaders on your podcast of choice, and you'll be able to find it there. Day 42 was lessons from my father about Father's Day. And if you'd love to listen to that, I would encourage you to go back and listen to yesterday's podcast, because that's the only way that you'll be able to hear it. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you'll have an amazing day. And remember, why be average when you can be amazing?